February 7th, AD 457, in the grand city of Constantinople, the heart of the Eastern Roman Empire was gripped by uncertainty. The Emperor Marcian was dead. He had been a strong ruler, a man who stabilized the empire's finances and held its borders against all threats. But he left a critical problem: no clear heir. The question hung in the air, simple and dangerous: who would rule next? The answer wouldn't come from the ancient Senate, nor from a long-established royal bloodline. It would come from the army. On this day, a man named Leo was raised to the imperial throne. Leo wasn't a product of the old Roman aristocracy. He was a career soldier, a Dacian from the Balkans, shaped by military discipline, not by inherited privilege. His rise was a symptom of a profound shift in Roman power. By the 5th century, emperors were no longer chosen for their noble lineage. They were chosen because they had the backing of the legions. The real power behind Leo's ascension was a man named Aspar. Aspar was a brilliant general of Alant descent, who had become the puppet master of imperial politics. He needed an emperor he thought he could control, and Leo seemed like the perfect candidate. Leo was experienced, but he had no independent power base of his own. He appeared loyal, cautious, and completely unthreatening. So, on February 7, 457, Leo was crowned emperor. But this coronation was different. For the first time, an emperor's legitimacy was publicly cemented, not just by military acclamation, but by a Christian ceremony performed by the Patriarch of Constantinople himself. This was a landmark moment, drawing religion and imperial authority closer than ever before. It was a sign of things to come. Initially, Leo ruled just as Aspar had hoped, quietly, following the script, but appearances can be deceiving. Beneath the surface, Leo was shrewd and ambitious. He began to systematically resist Aspar's overbearing influence. He sought new allies, especially among the Isaurians, a fierce mountain people from Anatolia, who would provide him with a loyal military force independent of Aspar's control. Through strategic appointments and calculated political marriages, Leo slowly and carefully built his own foundation of support. And then, when the time was right, he acted. In the year 471, Aspar and his sons were assassinated inside the imperial palace. The man who was supposed to be a puppet had just cut the strings. The supposed pawn had eliminated the king. Leo went on to rule for nearly 2 decades, and his reign was a success. Under his leadership, the Eastern Roman Empire remained stable, its finances stayed strong, and its great capital, Constantinople, was secure. This stability was crucial, because just a few years later, in 476, the Western Roman Empire would collapse completely. While Rome in the West fell into ruin, the East endured, thanks in no small part to emperors like Leo. His reign helped forge the very model of Byzantine governance that would last for centuries: an emperor supported by the army, legitimized by the church, and ruling with absolute authority from a powerful, centralized capital. February 7, AD 457, marks much more than just a coronation. It marks a profound transition. It's the moment the empire began to pivot away from its old Roman traditions and toward a distinctly Byzantine model of power, where faith, force, and politics became inseparable. On this day, a simple soldier became an emperor, and the Eastern Roman Empire took another decisive step into its long and fascinating medieval future. Thanks for watching. We'll explore another key moment in history in our next video. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it.